All right, welcome to this podcast. My name is Solomon Oluwabi. This is Field Point Ministries podcast, and of course, today we've had our full live program where we look at the impact of evolving technology and the gospel in legal practice. And this is a topic that myself, I don't know how we get here with this topic, but I think it is a critical one in this time, as the world, everywhere around the world, we worry about one thing or the other. But one of the things that our guest ended that program, the program with, that I really like is the fact that we are all not the citizens of those world. We have a place that we are going after here. So you have to know where you are going while also enjoying the full benefit that comes with where we are right now. But on this side, we're going to be looking at virtual law firm and remote work. Remote work has, it has come to stay. Whether we all agree with it and all of that is a different story. It has come to stay. Some people will continue to remotely work, while some people will have to return back to the office, and some people will have to start business that will be remote. So people are working across the Atlantic Ocean right now together for a company because it is made possible with this. But now when you're talking about legal, it's a new or another dimension. So I'm going to bring our guest to help us, define this particular conversation. Thank you so much for joining us on this platform today.
Thank you for having me.
Very good. So here we're just going to briefly look at virtual law firms and remote work. This is an interesting topic because when we look at the law firms, we look at the attorney's work, it's continually changing because of where we are in technology development or advancement. And then also we look at what we had, after the COVID, especially where today if you tell somebody to return to the office, they might just tell you, "I about this, of course." Right? And then some people, they have been able to create their business out of it. So it doesn't matter if you fire them, they don't really care because really they will have fired themselves anyway. But how is this going with us when we are looking at the law firms, right? Virtual law firms and remote work. What are the things that is entailed here? What happened to privacy? What happened to the ethical behind what the attorney does? Attorney-client privileges and all of those things. Where I can be talking right now on phone with somebody, and all I need to do is a click of a button, and I can record somebody. And how does that go? Help us understand this.
But those issues were always at issue, even when clients were going into the office, because unless you're going into a soundproof office, anybody can overhear what's going on inside in the office if they're just walking by and hear information. So, as long as the attorney is prudent about the information that the client is bringing, and the client is prudent, and then to their documents, even documents, paper documents, somebody can be cleaning, or the clean lady can just over and look at their documents on your table or something like that. So there has always been issues of privacy issues, whether there was in the office or virtually. I actually think virtually now technology has allowed us to get better at it, because like I said that earlier in the other topic, you can encrypt things now. Like you can encrypt her email, you can host documents in like a Google Drive or what's the other Dropbox or something like that, and even the cloud system, things are in cloud now that are encrypted. So I think that there is a better chance of privacy being more accurate now virtually than it was when people were coming into the office, when clients were coming into the office.
Absolutely, I agree with that. That the technology has done as well. That's good. One of the things is what we're doing here now, right? The technology. But when it comes to having conversation or with client and attorney, and I think for the most part, I would agree though that back then. Now, of course, people can live in that consciousness of making sure nothing is left behind, lock your cabinet and all of that stuff. But there's still the possibility of, like what you said, a single paper can be left out, right? Which can cause the possibility where a cleaner can come and see it. That might be a golden information for the quote and unquote the opposition, right? To be able to kind of get some information. But then now we do have all the encryption and virtual lock and all of the things that we can put in place. And yes, there are still some way that those kind of things can be bypassed as well. So the risk will always be, the concern for privacy will always be. Just like I'm in my house right now doing these things. Gone are the days when people have to go to a particular location, go to the studio and do work and all of that. Now everybody becomes journalists in their own.
Anybody that got a YouTube channel can become a journalist.
Yeah. And then the one of the things, now of course this is a little bit kind of different from one of the interesting things is that somebody can be sitting in their home, have a lot of followers, and you might even look at a real traditional radio station's social media platform. They don't have that many of them because they're not investing into these technology things, and they're still speaking. So the same thing can happen to an attorney. Who, if you're not careful, you can be out of job quick. Just like the people when we used to have the typewriter, right? I didn't learn typing in the typewriter age, but those who do. And I asked somebody one day, it was sometimes ago, I was doing affidavit in Africa, and I said, you guys just need to, let them bring in computers. And the man said, look, we're bringing no computer here, trying to get me out of job. And I said, well, all you need is just to learn it. The man is like, no, man, not at this point. All right, it's basically like, I'm done. I'm not learning no computer thing at this point. So ultimately, people like that will get weeded out of the business. That was a private job. You will lose customers. I want efficiency. I want something to be timely. I want to. Now you want to send. If I send you a message right now, get delivered. Let me go mail something tomorrow. At least within the state, despite how reliable the mailing system is for us in this side of the world, it will still take 2 to 3 days before it gets to the house, right? But I can compose the email, send it to you. I can scan document, send it to you. There is nobody who is alleged with a crime that want to go sit in prison and be waiting for a paper document. Right? I'm waiting for them. They are and sit them in a custody before they get released, right? They will call for virtual hearing. They can do hearing on Zoom, and they can do it on, Cisco, WebEx, all these bunch of platforms. And so if an attorney is not careful, they can get whiffed out of business, and they'll be like, wow, what just happened? So I think the technology has done us good, but like you said in our first program, that every platform, they are not inherently evil, but what people do with it. And I will ask you to also encourage our people, as we go through this. It's going to be for a while. And so we have some who might be listening to the podcast, but they didn't listen on the other side. Just a couple of seconds, we also encourage people as they are going through this America, what they should be doing. Again, just to let everybody know, disclaimer, we're not here offering any advice. We're not your attorney. I'm absolutely not an attorney, but given the attorney here, I'm giving you no legal counsel. So do not hold on to anything said here as an advice or counsel. It is an encouragement. And over to you.
Yeah, so like I said to the other side, that it's only God that can bring us justice, right? It's only God that can give us the vengeance that we need. So just pray for I think everybody at this point needs to pray for mercy, because even if someone is not affected directly and with the immigration issues, or even as I'm a federal employee, and what's going on has been, has affected me indirectly, because I don't necessarily have to go back right now into the office. Prayerfully, I don't, because I am a remote worker. But I know other friends that do, and I know that the climate is changing for remote work. And so someone that has benefited from remote work since COVID, actually, because I actually started my job a month before COVID, I've benefited from it. And so right now the environment in the United States is confusing and is chaotic, and if you don't have God, if you're not using God as an anchor, it can be full of anxiety. And so what I encourage is that let's go back to our Maker, the one who already knows our end from the beginning, the one who has already said that the thoughts that He has for us are for good and not of evil. And let's go back to Him to give us guidance as to what we should be doing as of now. But what I'm also doing is just praying for mercy, asking God for the grace to navigate these times, trusting in Him. The Bible says, be anxious for nothing, but through prayer and supplication, make your request known. So make your request known. Tell Him your heart. Tell Him what your fear is, what you have anxiety about, what you have concerns about, and ask God for direction. Ask God for direction and strategies for these times. Just like the men of Issachar, who were strategic of their time. They understood the strategies of their time. So let's ask God for the strategies of these times. Not everything that has been working in the past will work now. Even when it comes to working, comes to using. I have another helper here. When it comes to how you use lawyers, how you use law firms, ask God for strategies. Everybody is not going to be for you. And ask who's going to be against you. And once you have that discernment, you'll know how to start moving wisely.
All right, everyone. So thank you so much, Mer, for doing this for us. Ask God for mercy. Ask God for mercy. And go back to the root. Ask your Maker. Ask God, to direct you. In all you get wisdom. And indeed, we are grateful today for all that you have done for us on this platform. So thank you so much for being here with us. All right, stay with me in the studio, and I will be right back. All right, to everybody who's been listening, thank you so much. This is where we're headed in today. I will be your Solomon. Until next time. I'm 10 and I sleep for the day. Thank you so much.